Yo, what's up guys, welcome back for another Yugioh Pro Tool video, new Aromages support from Chaos Impact. Let's take a look, it's already up on Yugioh Pro, so let's try it out. A couple of new cards, a new synchro, which is much better than the synchro they got, like some time ago, I guess. Sweet Marjoram, I believe her name is. Very solid card, like pop something from your opponent. It gives you a search, searches your continuous traps, right? Your winds, for example, humid winds, blessed winds, for example, and dried winds as well. I believe the card ratio for the traps, I believe is fine. Lost Wind is a personal favorite. The deck does run a couple of level 5 tutors like Red Layer. I'm not really sure if it, well, it's probably not going to stay in the main deck, but it's good, I guess, together with Instant Fusion to search or special summon a level 5 to the side of the field to instantly go for your level 6 Synchro monster, which again is a very important tutor, as you see here during my first turn, or at least as you saw during my opening play. So searching the trap cards, most of the time I go for the what's the name? It's indeed Humid Winds, indeed, Humid Winds. Basically a searcher for the deck, which is currently at 3 here in the main deck, because it's the best one, I think. The second best, which is currently at 2 in the deck, it's the new card, being the Blessed Winds. Blessed Winds is basically a Call of the Haunted for the archetype. Can also gain you or give you extra life points if you, let's say, send an Aroma monster from your graveyard back to the deck, for example. So it's a very versatile card, and it can potentially trigger, and that's of course the most important one, it can potentially trigger your Aromages during your opponent's turn, and that's of course important to interrupt any of your opponent's plays, like with the synchro, with their link monster giving you an extra search, or well, Jasmine giving you the extra draw, for example. All possibilities, right? There is also a new Poison of the Old Man. I'm not sure about the name, but it's a continuous spell. That might be okay as well, but not really sure. I don't think it's needed because of the new continuous spell. It also gives you the extra life points as soon as you normal or special summon an Aromage monster. So that's very similar to that new Poison of the Old Man. Anyway, so this was definitely an okay duel, kind of showcasing the new support, right? Opening with that level 5 monster being either Red Layer or Instant Fusion, and one of the tuners. Again, like your whole deck searches out each other, so it's not really that hard, but opening a level 5 is of course not really searchable. Again, a solid opening move. Titanial again is a personal deck, I guess. Can I call the deck? I'm running it over the high level Aromage monster that, it's like a huge beat stick. I forgot the name. It's a huge beat stick. It gives itself or gives herself an extra attack boost of 1k as soon as you, I think, gain life points, right? And it also has trample damage, attacks over defense. So I personally like Titanial a little bit more because of, the monster negation or negation effect as soon as your opponent targets something. So use a field spell, gain life points, and try to get a search with Jasmine, but the Ash Blossom is going to prevent that. That's fine. Jasmine is still protected with her effect, again, because I have more life points than my opponent. Lost Wind coming through, negating the Lygia, so I can normal summon my Lone Fire, tribute itself to special summon Jasmine from the deck, getting the extra draw, getting a search from Jasmine, right? Okay, Ghost Ogre is fine. Jasmine will still trigger special summoning the Bulb from my deck. Again, changing my plans due to the Ghost Ogre, going for the Aromage Marjoram, going for, the sweet Marjoram being the synchro, and, well, this setup is the setup you want. Going for the Link monster, the Aromage Link monster, and your Marjoram synchro, that's the setup you want to need. Having the, the continuous spell, the field spell potentially giving you extra life points, I guess. The trap card that can give you a search, I believe, I think in every situation, in most situations, I think I'll be going for that one. That one will search your Angelica, for example, the quote-unquote hand trap that can give you life points, so again, triggering your Aromages during your opponent's turn. Super versatile, this deck, very fun deck, but this new support, well, it's good, but it's not going to make Aromages like that the top tier deck, right? So anyway, yeah, the Link monsters, battle destruction, or, you know, the effect that my Aromages or plant monsters cannot be destroyed by battle, definitely works out well here in this situation, since again my life points are higher than my opponent. Going for another level 6 Synchro monster, getting another Surge, and here this is definitely more than enough to attack for a game. So very good duel, very solid duel, right? Going first again, the deck definitely wants to go first, you want to set up. Going second could be very problematic. The deck doesn't really, at least it's not like Card Dragon or Thunders or whatever that can like dodge or play around a couple of hand traps or a couple of negations. That's not possible with the deck, at least that's how I personally feel, right? Playing against new GBs like 50 card, danger GBs, whatever. Whatever, right, to each their own. So going for the level 6 Synchro. The level 6 Synchro can pop like a card from your opponent if you gain life points, and that's once per turn, so equal during your opponent's turn as well. So Last Wind prevents the Test Panther from resolving, and there is the GB Link. The GB Link is actually quite good, something that I personally underestimated, I guess. So it can tag out like a Gyzarus into 2 monsters, and well, that's like easy fodder for like a Gyzarus into, you know, what's it called, the high level fusions, right? You know which one I mean, Tamer indeed, Tamer, and eventually going for the new fusion one as well. But again, my field, what can he do? Just have to play around the one monster negation, the fusion monster, and that one set. Although that one set can be the Chariot, right, or the Soul Strike or whatever. So again, I have to play around that. A couple of draws thanks to Jasmine, the extra normal summon as well. Okay, Lone Fire is going to get negated, it's all good. I think I already used up my Marjoram's effect to, you know, pop something from the opponent. And Phoenix was important to force out the back row. And yeah, indeed, Unicorn bouncing away, I believe Tamer, and now I'm very much live in the duel as well. This is, I believe, one of the first duels where, you know, Blessed Winds wasn't coded correctly. It stated, or, you know, the effect back then was that instead of special summoning a monster from the graveyard, it special summoned from the deck, but didn't really matter too much. I believe it hindered my, well, it mattered because I think I was able, or would have been able to reborn my Link monster, my Aromage Link monster, and of course that would have been much better, but doesn't really matter, right? One of the last tools here being against Burning Abyss, going second this time, but the deck struggles going second. Something like Bankertops might be handy as well. So yeah, anyway, so okay, the double Fog Blade is a problem, of course, and yeah, here in this case the hand trap as well. And here at this point, well, almost at this, like, I already felt beaten, even with only one Fog Blade. Okay, instant fusion for 1000 Ice Restrict isn't really good. It's not going to do anything, right, because of the Aromage Link monster needing 2 plant type monsters. It's not like with the Test Panther, the GB one, only needing 1 GB, or, you know, in this case, 1 plant. That would have been a little bit too good, I guess. So yeah, him having the Rusty Bardish again on the field, searching another Fog Blade, again, that's just too much. Both my sets don't give me the option to interrupt any of my opponent's plays, I think. So yeah, one of the wins, Blessed Winds indeed, reborning something from the graveyard. It's not going to matter, right? I can't trigger, well, yeah, indeed, I can't trigger Jasmine, or I think, I'm not really sure what my set here is the Last Wind, yeah, so I can't trigger Jasmine. Last Wind is chain, but what can I do, right? He's just going to get rid of my field. He has the option to go for Boral Sword as well, so no reason to stall that one out. Last example, going first again against Gladiator Beast is definitely a solid opening move. Going for the Link monster again, special summoning one of the new ones, I believe just fine as a one-off. It can turn any monster on your side of the field into a tuner, but it can also special summon itself, but it's searchable, so I don't think you want to run more than one. Well, 2 copies might be fine as well, but as you saw, the main deck is already counting well over 40 cards, so that's something to keep in mind. So feedback is always welcome. Rescue Rabbit is cute, but it will just get hand trapped, I guess. And yeah, indeed, I still had the option to, well, you know, trigger or pop something during my opponent's turn, and of course draw something with a Jasmine. Yeah, with both a Jasmine, search something and draw something. Too good Keep in mind though is that, and that's something I personally forgot a couple of times, is that the Aromage monsters, as soon as you gain life points, they are forced to activate, so that can be important, right? So that Anal on the field, and yeah, again, more than enough attacking power, so I eventually can attack for a game. So this new Aromage support, I like it. A couple of good cards, a new level 6 Synchro monster, very solid one. The level 5 is decent just as a one-off here in the main deck, but the deck needs more. The deck definitely needs more, some extra extenders like, well, Red Layer, feel free to leave feedback, Instant Fusion as well. But yeah, last one, the personal take. I feel comfortable with the trap lineup, the spell lineup, as well, the monster lineup as well. The Aromage monsters, that is. I was thinking about the Artifact Sanctum into Sight being another level 5 monster. But again, like always, feel free to leave feedback. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.